So I want to welcome everyone for joining us tonight, and especially those of you from Department of Rehabilitation who could come tonight. As we probably all know, Department of Rehabilitation is our primary partner in the work that we do. So it's really great to see you here celebrating with us tonight. And also here we have some CTP staff, both current and former. We have board members, we have supporters, we have business partners, and of course, we have tonight's graduates. And without all of you, none of this would be possible. None of us would be here tonight. So we truly value you all, and thank you for joining us. And some of you may not have heard this, so I'm sorry if this is the first time you're hearing, but one person is not with us tonight, and that is Gladys Mendelson. Gladys was a DOR counselor, and she worked closely with CTP for many years and recently passed away, unfortunately. In fact, she's a DOR counselor for 3 of tonight's graduates. And here at CTP, we knew Gladys extremely well. In the pre-COVID days, she used to frequently come to our office and discuss cases, but also we supported one another. And the work that we do at CTP and DOR, it's really not easy. There's always challenges with funding and the complexity of the systems that we work within. And the people who come to us are often in very difficult situations. Maybe that was true for some of you as well. And we take on a little bit of that stress because, well, we care, that is our part of our job. So Gladys would come to us for support, and in turn, she also helped us. And something you may not have known about Gladys, but her first career was as a telephone pole line worker. And after that, she worked at DOR. But a line worker is the people that you see way up there working on the telephone poles with the power line, with the various cables and lines that you see there. And in the olden days, when she worked there, they actually used a kind of belt and they would literally climb the poles. They didn't have a truck that lifted them there. So that's what Gladys did before she came to DOR. And she did that work until her body would no longer let her. And I think that she would agree with me when I say she wasn't always the easiest person to get along with, but she always cared. And I mean, always cared for people. So I don't doubt that she's here with us tonight, spirit. So thank you, Gladys. You are a hero. And now, before we begin our event tonight, a few things you should know. Throughout the event, we'll keep people muted, and that's just to control our audio environment. Otherwise, things get a little chaotic and it's hard to hear other people. Zoom has a closed caption option you can turn on if you would like. Your Zoom toolbar is generally at the bottom of your screen. There should be an option for captions. If you don't see it, you can click the 3 dots to the far right and the option will be under there. And in this program, we're going to be talking about program participants and students. We use those terms interchangeably here. We use the concept of a participant because we want people here to think of themselves in a simulated workplace practicing for work. And it's a different kind of mindset than being a student into school, but don't let the term throw you off. We are recording tonight, but it's only going to be capturing the speaker. And since you'll be muted during the event, if you want to clap or cheer at certain points, you can use the American Sign Language version of this, which many of you may already know. You just put your hands up and move them a little bit like this to indicate you are cheering. So I want to start my opening remarks with a quote that you probably have heard. And the quote is, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." And Gandhi is usually accredited with this quote. And as you may know, Gandhi, like Martin Luther King Jr., led a nonviolent, nonconformist movement in order to enact change. And he said, no, we're not going to do it your way anymore. We're going to do it our way now. And Gandhi ultimately helped India establish independence from the British, who ruled India for 89 years. And while Gandhi is credited with the quote, "Be the change you wish to see in the world," it's most likely, and he most likely would have agreed with it, he wasn't the first person to write it. CTP was founded in 1974. In that same year, Arlene Lawrence wrote a book where she described her experience of being a teacher in a high school in Brooklyn, New York. And the quote begins with, "For 7 years, I served my sentence, marked off institutional time. I complained, cried, accepted hopelessness, cut down the rest of the faculty." One second. Cut down the rest of the faculty for the things they didn't do, and devoted all my energies to trying to change others and the system. And if you listen to that last part, devoted all my energies to trying to change others and the system, change others. Over time, she had a revelation. You can't change others by telling them to change. And for those of us who are teachers or have been teachers, you know that um, just telling somebody something is one of the worst ways of, least effective ways of trying to teach them something. Showing them how to do something is better. And best is when they do it themselves, they try it themselves, and they experience it for themselves. Well, going back to the author, she continued to write, "It came on me loud and clear that I was the only one who could imprison or release me, that I was the only person I could do anything about changing. One way to start is to be the change you want to see happen. That is the essence and substance of a successful endeavor." And so, with that in mind, I want to tell you a short story about how CTP began. Our program was founded by two gentlemen, Neil Jacobson and another man. And Neil's story is he had cerebral palsy. He was wheelchair bound. He had slurred speech. He had spastic muscle movements. And anyone who would see him would think, this is a disabled person. And I doubt they can probably do anything. They probably need to be taken care of. Well, when Neil was young, he got a job in a program, and his job was to fill little cardboard boxes with toothpicks. He worked with a number of other people with disabilities, and that was their job. They filled boxes with toothpicks. Well, he went back outside of his work schedule one day to this program. I don't know exactly what the circumstances were, but he saw the manager emptying out the boxes. And Neil was really outraged. And he's, "What are you doing? We just filled those boxes up." And the manager said, "Well, I'm getting the work ready for tomorrow." And at that moment, Neil realized his job was an illusion. He wasn't actually doing anything useful. He's just given some busy work to take up his time. And he thought to himself, no, I can do more. And I knew Neil well, so I'm sure that he actually used much more colorful language than that, but I can't repeat that in polite company. So he became involved in the independent living movement for people with disabilities in Berkeley in the early 70s. And he founded the computer technologies program at the Center for Independent Living. And he believed people with disabilities need to have real jobs in order to be fully independent. And he saw that the computer could be adapted to just about anybody. And just about everybody isn't equal when it comes to doing a job that involves a computer. So Neil and Scott, the two co-founders, would drive around California, going to institutions where there were people with disabilities, because in those days, a person with a disability was thought to need to be taken care of, couldn't be independent, couldn't work, wasn't useful part of society. And he'd go to these hospitals and he'd talk to the people and say, convince them to move to Berkeley, to live independently, to come to CTP to get training, and then to go to get a job. And he was very successful. Neil and Scott were very successful at this. But after the first couple of successful classes, even though the program was successful, Neil had his own inner doubts because he was convincing other people to do this thing that he hadn't done himself. So I thought, well, if I want to be real about this, I need to go and get a job in industry and prove that I can do it. So he got a job at Wells Fargo. He was a COBOL programmer. That was a technology of that era. And he ended up working at the bank for 35 years. He retired as a senior vice president. And somebody told me that Neil was responsible for writing the transactional logic that the bank used to process transactions for decades. So instead of being a disabled guy working in a program filling boxes with toothpicks that would be emptied out later on, he became highly successful in a corporate career. He became a pillar of the disability community. He founded our program that's still here 50 years later with the same principles. For myself, 25 years ago, I needed help. I had become visually impaired and I couldn't work the same way that I was used to anymore. So I needed a place where I could come and learn some new skills, but not just any place and not just any skills. What I really needed was hope. I needed someone to prove to me that it was possible to overcome this barrier, this hardship. And CTP was a place where there were living examples of people doing it. And seeing them gave me the belief that I could do it too. The experience of being at CTP moved me so much that I knew I needed to be part of it, to give other people the same opportunity that I had experienced. I wanted to see more of CTP in the world. I wanted to be the change that I wanted to see happen. And so for now, for today's graduates, for the past 25 years, I've addressed many graduating classes. I almost always talk about overcoming difficulty, and it's a common theme. And I think it's true for almost everyone, or maybe every person of the thousands who have graduated from CTP, that they had to overcome some difficulty to succeed here. And as an adult, it's not easy to change, to learn, to grow. And sometimes there are other people or situations that hold us back. Maybe we hold ourselves back for some reason. But graduates, I ask you to reflect and notice how you're different now. Maybe it's obvious, or maybe it's barely noticeable. Maybe you think about things a little differently. Maybe you see yourself a little differently. Notice that change. And maybe you're thinking that you wish you would have done more, or you could have done more, or you wanted to do more. And that's okay, because what you're noticing is that we're never done learning. We're never done growing. We're never done becoming better versions of ourselves. And so you've come this far. You've done this much. You have achieved. And it sounds funny to say, but this is now the minimum that you're capable of. Of course, you did it. So, of course, you're capable of doing it. And you should appreciate how much that really was, that change that you experienced by the time you spent here in this program, the work that you put in to make that happen. So take a moment to notice that. And it's going to be something different for everybody. Maybe it's something you really didn't expect. Not about learning to be better at using a computer. It's what happened to you as a person. How did you change during this time? So you're capable of doing more. It's always possible to go further. Move forward in time, and time gives us an opportunity to keep changing, to keep learning, to keep moving forward. And that's life. So I'll say it again. You've come this far and you've done this much, you have achieved. Celebrate your success. Tell yourself you did it well. You did well. And now, tomorrow, the next day, you can do more. Okay, last part. So I think about, well, what is a school? Is it a building? What would a school be without the people in it? Well, it'd just be an empty room. If you put the teachers in that room, is it now a school? Sort of, but it's just a potential. It can't actually do anything with just the teachers. It's missing something, and that's you. What you bring to that room is really the essence of what a school is, what you brought to it. And without your efforts, without your desire to take a step in your life, to learn new things, to prepare for a new challenge, a school can't do anything. But together, we did a lot. Your time at CTP is a collaboration between the institution that is CTP, the staff of CTP, and you as a program participant. You were an active part of it, and it wouldn't have been the same without you. What you brought to this collaboration was different than anyone else. Putting it simply, we work together to make it work. You can bring that collaborative spirit to any situation involving other people, your personal relationships, your family, your employer. And not all collaborations will work, but without each partner doing their part, they can't work. A sustainable relationship or collaboration is not about one person being a giver and one person being a taker. Each partner doesn't necessarily give the same thing, but they all have to do their part and give what they're able to give to it. So as you move ahead to your next step, no matter what that next step is, go into it looking for collaboration and make sure you do your part. That will give you your best chance for success. So I'm going to finish with an acknowledgement, and it's that the best example of a collaboration that I can think of is the staff here at CTP. Christine is CTP's business manager and co-director. She originally started at CTP as a reader for the blind, and now has been here for 35 years. Christine's been a fundamental to CTP's survival and helped it become what it is today. Michael Curran, hired in 2017, a graduate of CTP. After he graduated, he volunteered with CTP before he joined the staff, and now he's an experienced instructor. Many of you, if not most of you, have worked with, maybe all of you have worked with him. And he has really gone through a lot of difficulty to be here. Mark Thomas, hired in 2018, like Mike. Mark is also an experienced instructor. And Mark has a unique talent for making people new to CTP's program feel welcome and giving them as much support as they need to get started. Devin O'Keefe, hired in 2019, CTP's admission coordinator. He's probably the first person you met. And fun fact, Devin is currently a world record holder. You might not know, but he is a world record holder for the most unique number of ways people have misspelled his name. Jose, hired in 2020, is CTP's technical instructor and technical support. If you had any technical trouble at CTP, Jose was probably there to help you. Jose also has a great creative eye, and he can make any checklist or spreadsheet fun to look at, which I think is a rare talent. And finally, Carrie Moncrief, hired in 2021, just barely getting started here, 3 years into the job. Carrie keeps a foot in both our community and the business world. And she helped us to develop some very important partnerships, some of which you'll hear about during tonight's event. And together, we use our unique strengths in this collaboration we call the CTP staff. So let's give CTP staff a round of applause. In my eyes, you are all champions. Silent applause. Thank you. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit more specifically about the graduates. CTP staff would like to recognize all of our graduates for their achievements and success in our program. It takes courage to take a chance and come to CTP to try something new, to meet new people, face new challenges. And as I mentioned previously, everyone who comes to CTP faces some kind of challenge or difficulty, some kind of barrier to overcome. So for all of you who have made it through, you have our admiration. And just a few examples of this. We have Christina. The staff really appreciated how well you worked with everyone in the program. You always had helpful suggestions and wanted everyone to succeed. And Carrie faced some challenges early on, but over time overcame them and really developed your skills. Misty, the staff felt you were an inspiration, seeing you putting in your best effort day after day. And I have a special recognition. At CTP, we have an award we call the Spirit of CTP. And the idea of it is a special recognition for a program participant who has demonstrated the drive and dedication to improvement that we're looking for in everyone who comes to CTP. And this individual really stood out to us. We don't always give this award at graduation even. We only give it when we feel it's due. And tonight I present this award to Glenn Montos Claros. I apologize if I don't pronounce your name correctly. But let me tell you a little bit why CTP staff felt Glenn deserved this award. Glenn was highly enthusiastic about the program, expressing that it had been an incredible learning experience. Staff made note of substantial growth in areas such as professional readiness, interviewing, and confidence. He found the Skillsoft e-learning catalog particularly beneficial and expressed his interest in continuing his studies towards Network Plus and Security Plus certifications. Glenn said CTP was supportive and not intimidating, which allowed him to develop a strong sense of camaraderie with his peers. Glenn's positivity and enthusiasm have been evident from the start, positively impacting the group dynamic by making others laugh, easing tensions. Despite occasional confidence struggles, which he sometimes masked with humor, he remained supportive and uplifting for his fellow participants, understanding the value of community during challenging times. Overall, Glenn's contributions and attitude have been highly regarded by all. Jose, if you could please share the award. Congratulations, Glenn. And with that, I'll pass the mic to Carrie.
Thank you, Alex. This year, Computer Technologies program proudly honors Blue Shield of California with 2 distinguished awards. First, the Disability Inclusion Award will be presented to the Disability Inclusion Alliance ERG. Second, the Business Leadership Award will be presented to the Talent Acquisition Team. First, the Disability Inclusion Award. CTP is proud to recognize Blue Shield of California's Disability Inclusion Alliance ERG for its unwavering support of our mission to expand employment opportunities for individuals with disabilities. Blue Shield has become an essential partner in our community. Their dedicated involvement and continuous volunteer efforts embody the spirit of collaboration that drives our shared success. CTP has had the privilege of working closely with several of Blue Shield's ERG co-chairs over the years. This year, Safi and Karen have continued to strengthen that partnership, organizing multiple events that provided mentorship and guidance to our participants. Their efforts have left a lasting impact, making our participants feel supported, encouraged, and confident in future endeavors. And now for the Business Leadership Award, which will be awarded to the Talent Acquisition Team. This year, we experienced something truly remarkable. During a mock interview event, Cami, a first-time volunteer with CTP and a member of Blue Shield's Talent Acquisition Team, recognize the potential of CTP graduates as future Blue Shield of California employees. With Cammie's support and the amazing effort of the outstanding individuals within the talent acquisition team, Blue Shield and CTP hosted our first hiring event, resulting in 5 CTP graduates being interviewed for full-time remote customer service positions. I'm thrilled to tell you that 3 of them received job offers. This event marked the beginning of a lasting hiring partnership. CTP continues to refer its graduates through Blue Shield's hiring pipeline with many more opportunities ahead. To accept the award is Safi, Karen, and Cammie. Jose, if you could please play the video.
Hello, my name is Safi Johnson,
And my name is Karen Clark.
and we are the co-chairs for the Disability Inclusion Alliance Employee Resource Group of Blue Shield of California.
Thank you, Computer Technology Program, for presenting us with the Disability Inclusion Award.
As a company, our mission is to ensure all Californians have access to high-quality healthcare at an affordable price. In short, we want to create a healthcare system that is worthy for all Californians. To do that, to provide the best service for our 4.8 million members and communities, our employees must reflect the diverse communities we serve, and this includes the disability community. As a nonprofit ourselves, we're driven by our mission, which is why we cap our net income at 2% of revenue and return anything above that to our customers and communities. It's also why we place a big emphasis on our employees to take time to volunteer.
During the years that we have been proud to partner with CTP and our employees from all different lines of businesses, including support from our senior leaders, Blue Shield has participated in 237 hours of mock interviews for students at CTP.
The magic of these interviews is not just getting students prepared for their next career or helping mold students to feel confident on job interviews, but the power of connection. Our employees who participate in this opportunity get to have hands-on conversations with students who are sometimes venturing into new opportunities. We hope that both our employees and CTP students leave with perspectives that may change their lives.
But what we're really proud of is that this year our partnership with CTP grew even further.
Hi, I'm Cammie Gatenby, and I lead talent acquisition here at Blue Shield of California. It's our mission to embed diverse, equitable, and inclusive practices into all we do at Blue Shield, including how we bring top talent into the company. Last year, we saw a terrific opportunity to expand our volunteering service of career coaching and giving resume feedback to students of Computer Technologies program. We worked to connect this volunteer service to real business outcomes and to make a difference, and that is to hire great customer service talent into our customer experience function with the pipeline that we saw from CTP. What we did was so simple yet so impactful. By investing a bit more time, care, and preparation, we were able to bring 6 CTP graduates through the interview process for full-time roles here at Blue Shield in our customer experience team. We were excited that we were able to place 2 of those graduates into full-time roles here at Blue Shield. On behalf of Blue Shield and my team here, I want to send a big heartfelt thank you and gratitude for this recognition from CTP. We still have a lot of work to do, and we're looking forward to building on this successful partnership, hoping that we can increase the number of CTP graduates that we bring to Blue Shield in the future. Thank you so much, and we're so grateful. Thank you for being a great partner and for this recognition.
Congratulations, Blue Shield. I will now pass the mic to Mark.
Scary. We have a special pro graduate we want to present today, Jim Sutten. Jim has shown so much dedication and growth CTP staff has witnessed. Jim had a goal that he wanted to achieve. He succeeded by working hard during the entire process. He believed in himself, and we believed in him too. We are excited to see where your journey takes you. CTP will always be a phone call away. You have come a long way, and we would like to celebrate this day and this moment. It is well deserved. Thank you for joining us, Jim, and congratulations. And Jose, if you could please play the video.
Hi, my name is Jim Sutten. I was a cook for 25 years and I absolutely loved it. It was my passion. I loved everything about it. I loved it too much. I just broke my body, and after a while I got hurt. I couldn't do it anymore. So I didn't really know what to do. I was really worried. I wasn't ready to stop working yet. So my doctor told me to go to the Department of Rehabilitation and to see about a computer class to get retrained to do something else. So they told me about this program called Computer Technology Program. And they told me that I was going to learn computer skills, customer service skills, and how to function in that kind of environment. And it sounded great to me. So I didn't know what was happening. I had no computer skills. I was really nervous, and I just didn't know what to expect. I was scared. So I went in there with a good attitude, and they taught me how to use computers. Like, it was amazing. I was that one guy who just did not know how to, I had a hard time ordering anything off Amazon. And now they taught me all the skills to work customer service. It taught me how to type, how to navigate a computer, how to conduct myself in a professional environment that's not a kitchen. All the soft skills that you think that you have that you really don't know about, that you don't think about, they taught me. And whatever you get out of, whatever you put into that is what I got out of it. I treated it like a job, and I excelled. They had a great leadership there, a great resource department. They taught me, they gave me the confidence and the skills and the basic understanding of I can do this. And that right there, the basic just building blocks, the foundation that I can do this, and I am doing it. I've been working for 3 months now from home, computer. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I'd be doing this, and I'm doing it. I'm crushing it with the skills that I got and everything. I'm so thankful. I was scared. I was really scared, and now I'm working. I'm back. I got my life back.
And now I'll pass the mic to Devin.
Thank you, Mark. And thank you, everybody, for the kind comments. It's my pleasure now to present our Exceptional Counselor Award to Department of Rehabilitation Santa Rosa Counselor Lori Gatmayton. Lori started working with CTP almost exactly 4 years ago. And since then, she has consistently championed her consumers, looking after their interests while communicating with us openly and directly. 2 of the participants she has recently referred to CTP are currently enrolled with us. Another finished their core training earlier this year and recently started a new job in their chosen field. Lori has been a genuine partner, both with CTP and with her participants. We are proud to recognize her as exceptional for the depth of her communication, collaboration, and care for the people she works with. Jose, if you would please display the award. And now I will pass the mic to Carrie.
Thanks, Devin. We'd like to take a moment to recognize and express a huge thank you to Mechanics Bank with the Outstanding Community Partner Award. The spirit of community is all about coming together with a shared purpose, supporting each other, and building real connections. It's the understanding that we are stronger when we collaborate, lift each other up, and create spaces where everyone feels valued. In a community, each person's contributions matter, and together we can achieve more than we ever could alone. CTP is thrilled to recognize Mechanics Bank with the Outstanding Community Partner Award. For years, Mechanics Bank has been a true supporter, always ready to help and step in whenever and however they can. Like a neighbor you can always count on, they've shown their dedication not just through words, but through real action, supporting CTP's mission every step of the way. Mechanics Bank's contributions to our community are made possible by the remarkable individuals within the organization. We would like to take the opportunity to recognize these outstanding professionals who are always willing to help. In particular, we would like to acknowledge Lupita Islas, a true champion within the organization. We are truly fortunate to have Mechanics Bank as a valued partner. To accept the award is Lupita Islas. Jose, if you could please play the video.
Hello, board members, students, and esteemed guests. It is a great honor to be recognized and my privilege to accept the Computer Technologies Outstanding Community Partner Award on behalf of Mechanics Bank. Volunteering for CTP, an amazing organization that shares our values and community aspirations, has been an incredibly rewarding experience for us here at Mechanics Bank. Frankly, it's been a priceless investment for which there's no better return than knowing we are helping to make a difference in the lives of people with disabilities. There's nothing more gratifying than helping CTP students with their job interview skills and other self-marketing strategies that can brighten their prospects for long and fulfilling professional careers. Every person has a story, every person has dreams. Passionate about giving back, we are proud to stand with CTP and its students, and we invite you to join us in supporting their important mission. I want to thank CTP for their commitment to support individuals with disabilities and for allowing Mechanics Bank the opportunity to contribute to this important program. We look forward to continuing our work with CTP and creating a brighter future for all members of the community. Thank you very much again for this wonderful recognition.
Congratulations, Mechanics Bank. I will now pass the mic to Alex.
It's now my honor to present tonight's graduates. Jose, if you could play the video.
Kartika Aranda, CTT graduate.
Shana Ali graduated from Pro.
Logan McKay, CTT graduate.
Sarah Brown, Pro graduate.
Kylie One, Pro graduate.
Osman Yusuf, Pro graduate.
Tammy Jones, Pro graduate.
Hi, my name is Jim Sutton, and I'm a Pro graduate.
Hi, I'm Maritza Alvaro de Chico, and I'm a Pro graduate.
Adam Williams, CTT graduate.
Sherry Larch, Pro graduate.
Jim Pruitt, CTT graduate.
Daniel Blair, CTT graduate.
Robert Cantrell, CTT graduate.
Lena Johnson, Pro graduate.
Hi, my name is Michael Flores. I'm a CTP Pro graduate.
Eva Kendo, Pro graduate.
Misty Welty, Pro graduate.
Hello, I'm Veronica Tyeska. I am a pro graduate.
Alex Speranza, CTT graduate.
Michaela Meyer, pro graduate.
Carrie Keith, pro graduate.
Imani Joseph, pro graduate.
Andrew Johnson, pro graduate.
Chris Loya, CTT graduate.
My name is Janine Lewis, and I am a pro graduate.
Matthew Mark Wilkie, and I am a CTT graduate.
Rebecca Myers, I'm a CTT graduate.
Nathan Hoagie, CTT graduate.
Rose Wade, pro graduate.
Ronald Gruel, pro graduate.
Gwendolyn Davis, pro graduate.
Glenn Montes Claros, CTT graduate.
Cristina Cabrera, pro graduate.
David Hayward, pro graduate.
Aaron Reed, CTT graduate.
Hannah Perez, pro graduate.
Kenneth Quattlebaum, pro graduate.
Mark Christie, pro graduate.
Sandra Maxey. Cesar Rodriguez Gonzalez. Ashley McHatton. Rashad Body. Jameson Wright. Cassandra Farrow. Linda Schaffer. Jasmine Burnett. Congratulations, graduates.
That was the best one.
It's great to see all the graduates that way. Congratulations, graduates. And now we have prepared a special video to highlight some of the stories of our graduates. Everyone when it comes to CTP has a unique story, and that's one of the things that is one of the reasons why I enjoy working at CTP so much. So Jose, if we'd please play the video.
Hi, my name is Jim, and I'm a chef, or I was a chef, and I couldn't stand on my feet anymore. I had to do something else, and it scared me that cooking was all I know. It's my life. It's my passion since I was a little kid.
Before CTP, I was always just doing music. It was always just music. I collapsed. I collapsed at work there, and I think that was my last job, if I recall. Timing, man. It's like music. It's just bad timing is all it was, you know.
I became disabled in February 2022 due to losing my mobility from COVID. So my life literally changed overnight. I was hospitalized right away for 20 days. And in those 20 days, just thinking to myself, what am I going to do with my life? So I always worked, but I always worked on site, and I was a retail manager, merchandiser, and that consists of moving around, walking around, constantly in meetings, but dealing with customers. Like there's no way I'm going to be able to do that anymore.
I started taking computer lessons, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what to expect. I typed like maybe 10, 15 words a minute before that. I didn't really know what to do. I was scared.
I got there and I was pretty I was pretty scared. I was going to a job class basically that I went to every week at the DOR. Similarly, in the similar situation where we were like either between jobs or couldn't hold on to a job at the time due to anything. The CTP came about. I was like, I love computers.
And I got connected with DOR, and I did my research more on the website about their organization, never knew about them, never heard about them. And I explained to her it would be easier at that time through Zoom because of my disability. And she's like, do you currently work by any chance? I said, no. I said, I'm not able to work, and she says, well, we could help you too. Really? And then she's like, how are your computer skills? I said, probably at this point, very rusty. A week later, I started my first class. I met up with Devin, did my assessment. That was a Thursday. That following Monday, it was the day before 4th of July, did my orientation with CTP.
I had an interview call with an interview with the administrator, Devin, and instantly he put me at ease. Just the way he talked to me, he really made it seem like everything was going to be okay. Mark was there to give me the basic bare bones foundation that I have now, and he taught me how to not be afraid of computers and that it's going to be okay, that I can do this.
To be honest, I was really nervous going in because I didn't have much skills in the way of computers. So I was like, other than doing, basic Word documents and whatnot. So I didn't know what to expect.
So when I first entered CTP, I kind of expected it to be like a school. Everyone was like friendly, and we were professional and friendly at the same time, and that's something I actually really enjoyed about the program.
It's like the new first day of school, you're like, you don't know anybody, and just they sent you off over there. So I redid boot camp, and everything just kind of reignited back, because you do lose it for a little while and you don't keep doing it. The positivity started coming through with everybody. And then there were the labs where we'd work on things together, and just every day was just a learning experience.
I learned so much from CTP, and basically it was the building block foundations that I needed, that I build everything else on. How to type better, how to conduct myself in an office setting, which is huge, because never working in an office before, it's night and day different from working in a kitchen or in a shop, which is what I'm used to. So not just the computer skills that I took away from CTP, but the skills on how to work in the modern office place, which I didn't know. And I didn't know that I didn't know.
I was glad. I was happy that I started off from the beginning. I was happy that I'm like, okay, I know this. It was like a refresher course that really helped a lot. It helped with starting to build my confidence up again, which I had lost.
It wasn't every day. It was rainbows and unicorns. It was some hard work, just really forward thinking and really helpful. That was my experience.
Getting familiar with Zoom, communicating with my teammates, and putting in applications and interviewing and using the ticketing system was vital.
Mock interviews, the interview training, how much support you have. I didn't realize I was going to get my confidence back. When I first found out we're going to have our first mock interview, and I think it was with Blue Shield, I was about as nervous as could be. It was the first time I was going to do an interview in over 3 years. To after I interviewed, Carrie would email them to us, and then you see the comments, oh, she interviewed this and she'd be an asset to our company. And my confidence just went through the roof again. And I cried the first day, when I read that.
And that was my main goal, was to show that I think I can improve, and then also be able to find work related to IT. The main step for me was definitely kind of like remembering what I used to do, and kind of just, again, building off of that, and just trying new things as well.
The ultimate goal was to get a job in technology, and my whole thing was shifting industries. To me, seemed like an impossible task if it hadn't been for CTP. Before, I was in the grocery business and in the meat department, and now to be working in technology is it's kind of, if you would have told me that before I started the program, I wouldn't have believed you. Like it's surreal.
I mean, music is all computers now. I was like, well, maybe that would work for me, because then I could have the best of both worlds. I'm in. That would be literally my dream job.
no matter how hard your day is, and on the days you want to give up, and it's just, you don't want to do it anymore, you feel like you can't, don't give up.
Never give up. Just try your best. Even if you are having trouble, even if you're having trouble understanding something, ask for help, because there are people that will help you, and it's not always the instructors. There are students here who are very smart and they know what they're doing, and they will help you if you ask.
I feel like CTP empowers people. Not only do they educate, but they empower people to be able to do the things that they want to do. Just wish everybody good luck, and hopefully they achieve all their goals that they set before themselves.
But more than that, just treat it like it's a job, and you're gonna do great, just like I did, because I did it. I knew nothing about computers, and I got a job now. The DOR and CTP truly, honestly gave me the hope to get my life back, to be a productive member of society again, and that right there is just priceless.
I just love the support that everyone gives each other, you know, and you're like a family.
So those two videos for me are truly treasures. It's really something so special to be able to share this with you all tonight. So thank you, graduates, for allowing CTP to be part of your stories. It's really an incredible feeling for me personally, and I'm sure I speak for the entire staff and all of our supporters. So thank you very much. And so with that, I'll pass the mic to Devin.
Thank you, Alex. And you definitely speak for me on that. It's watching those videos gets me a bit choked up. And yeah, I love it. Thank you all. And you know, like that video, everything that we've seen and heard here tonight is the product of teamwork. None of us could have done it alone. And that goes for everything that brought us here too. Participants, counselors, instructors, everybody working together is how we all move forward. This is a real case of all for one and one for all. Interdependence is a fact of life. Almost nobody is completely self-sufficient, probably nobody. Sometimes it can be hard on our pride for us to ask for help. But there is no contradiction between working toward independence and working with others. Being independent doesn't mean you do everything yourself. It means you're in charge of your own choices. It means deciding how and when you're going to work with others and to what ends. That's where collaboration comes in. Each helps all. Each of us working toward our individual goals helps everyone. We give each other ideas, we test one another's skills, and we contribute to a shared pool of experience. We learn from each other's mistakes and successes. All helps each. That collective wisdom of our shared experience is available to every one of us. This is the beauty of institutional knowledge. We benefit from the experience of our predecessors and the people we work with. In this way, collaborative and individual work complement each other, feed each other, strengthen each other. Your success, whatever form it takes, helps the rest of us as well. And the better we work together, the greater our shared successes will be. Graduates, my last message for you tonight is that no matter what you do tomorrow, or the next day, or any day after that, when we each do our part, we all succeed.